So, hey guys, it's been a minute since I have done this. I've only been using this space. This is my workspace. I have, I don't know if you guys can see it, but it has a bunch of stuffs. But yeah, it's been a while since I've done anything other than making my own stuff here or reading for myself here. But I wanted to make, excuse my chair, the Sacred Circle, a reading. I used to do pick a cards a lot, and general readings and astrology and different things, but I really feel like with how everything is right now, it would be really good to get some messages from Spirit about what they're proud of us for, like what we've been doing, like them, like what they want to acknowledge that they've been watching us do and that they've been cheering us on from, you know, wherever they are, however you believe. I wanted to do this where you guys could choose, because I know we're always working on our intuition and stuff like that. I usually have a setup and stuff, but I didn't do my setup. I didn't want to pull my camera things and my laptop and stuff. I'm just doing this on my phone. So hopefully the quality's good while I'm doing it and my phone doesn't die. But yeah, I'm just gonna go with my own intuition as we go and pick stuff. And if you guys are pulled to what I pick, then whatever message goes with the whatever I pick is gonna be your message. So let me see. And I'll do timestamps too for those of you that want to do that, because I know how to do that stuff. And this is going to be unlisted, and it's only going to be in the group. So only like if you're clicking on it in the group are you going to be able to see it. So privated, however you say that, I don't know. But anyways, let me get on. What is Spirit wanting to acknowledge right now? What are they proud of us for? Like, you know, our cheerleaders on the sidelines, you know, really just wanting to bring forward and tell us that, you know, we're doing a really freaking good job. And any advice that they have to just keep going if things are feeling kind of tough right now with it. First thing might just be because I really like this stone, but this right here is white agate. Don't look anywhere else but this. But it's also known as snow agate or feather agate. I just think it is so pretty. But this is gonna be the first group. You can literally just stare at this thing like forever. So pretty. Let's see. Bring its little thingy down here. Okay, so second group. Who are you guys gonna be? I really keep getting pulled back here to this ocean, Jasper. This is a tower, but oh look, it's sparkly and druzy at the bottom. If you guys didn't know, I do have a crystal obsession. But yeah, this is a really beautiful ocean jasper tower. I think it has a little bit of each color. Yeah, I'm pretty sure because I see blue in there too. But and I love how it has like the snow peak on the top. But this one is going to be for the second group. So if you guys like the Ocean Jasper tower, that's going to be that one. And who am I? This guy. This one right here. This is Kambaba Jasper. Not used to using my phone to record, so we're gonna go with it. But this is Kambaba Jasper. I think it's so cool how it, like, the designs on it just show up like they do. It's like this little mini universes. But this is gonna be our third choice. And let's get one more. Not gonna lie, I'm getting this, like, okay, this happens sometimes, and we're gonna do it. Each of these gardens are wanting to be these two are wanting to be together, okay? And what's funny is I have them sitting in seashells, so maybe that is something for you guys also. I'll put the seashells down there. But this one is a rutilated garden. Very rainbowy and sparkly. And you can see the rutile. And then this one right here is a pyrite garden. You can see all the little squares in there are the pyrites. It's really cool. But they're both yelling at me. So what we'll do is we'll bring both of them down in their shells to hang out for you guys to make your choice, since they want to hang out together. So this together is the fourth group, and then we have Kambaba as third group. We have the Ocean Jasper that now wants to just take up all the sunlight, disco ballin', when it's literally the only one that's not a sphere here, as our second group. And then the feather agate, which will kind of scoot so you guys can see him a little bit more. First group. Like I said, not used to recording on my phone, so this is going to be kind of wonky looking. But like I said, Group 1, Feather Agate. Group 2, Ocean Jasper. Group 3, Kambaba Jasper. And then Group 4 is going to be our twin gardens over here in their little seashells. So, maybe I'll leave it here for a second in case you guys want to, like, stare at them or something. Ocean Jasper is being very, loud right now. You know, meditate on it. If you haven't already chosen, if you have chosen, you can just click the little timestamps down there and head off to yours. So those that chose the white agate, the feather agate, the snow agate, however you choose to call this sphere right here, we are going to jump into what spirit is wanting to, it's almost like congratulate. I feel for you, I don't know why, but okay, this is supposed to be a reading of why they're proud of you, what they're acknowledging, but I feel like congratulations is kind of coming through for you guys. It's like the first word. Let's see. Let's use this deck. Let's see why Spirit is really proud of you guys right now. What do you guys got going on that is making Spirit super proud of you right now? Well, your faith for one. This is, okay, you guys, this is making me feel like you guys have been going through it. Probably why it's a congratulations. This is almost like you guys, this is now making me think of angel wings. It's almost like you guys keeping the trust, even when you felt like you could have just dropped it. Many times over, because this could be dealing with friendships and partnerships as well. Having complete foundations just like break down out from underneath you. This could definitely be having something to do with wherever, if you are kind of privy to astrology, wherever Uranus has been retrograding through in your houses, it could definitely been in like this huge like tower moment in that house, because it's finally direct. The pieces are going to start being picked up now in that area of your life. Unexpected things are going to start coming in because you've had the faith and you've kept it this whole time, even though it was like, sometimes it could have been like, what's the point? Like, why am I even still believing at this point? This also is making me think of unexpected news. Also, it could be the congratulations. Like, I keep, there is a lot coming through for you guys. Like, since it's congratulations, it could be like signing like a house thing or something like that. But I keep thinking of like the little souls kind of thing, and having the 22 here is like having the pairing, and then it becoming the 4 being the family, making me think of the 4 wands. It's really sweet and really celebratory. So it's almost like, for some of you, if you've been struggling with pregnancy and things like that, I feel like some of this congratulations is you guys keeping the faith, because it's finally come through. And it's like a lot of celebration is happening. This is also dreams coming true too, because I keep hearing head in the clouds kind of thing, but it's not like it's a bad thing. It's almost like you kept it there just so you could keep going. Oh, this is really sweet. This says hold your heart with compassion. This is for one, all the colors in this card. It's like a sigh, a release. This compassion is self-love. It's being able to cradle yourself and know that you did the best you could, which I think is a lot of where this having faith is coming in. You did the best you could. And now it's be more gentle and be kinder to yourself. Like, this is what Spirit's proud of you for, okay? Like, they are proud that you made it through here. You held to who you were, and things are finally starting to lift. Whatever they're congratulating you on, they're wanting you to congratulate yourself. They're wanting you to hold yourself and be proud of yourself too for it, instead of just moving to the next thing. Because this hold is making me think of stillness. Like, be with your feelings right now and feel proud of yourself, instead of feeling like you're going to lose. You're not going to lose this. This is like an answered prayer, and you having it. Ooh. Okay, that's the one that flipped over. But this express your sensuality. Okay, for those of you that had to do with that that kid thing, this is just confirmation for that, I'm guessing. But what's interesting is we have 33 over here, so we have another repeating. The hold your heart with compassion was a 36. So we got 2 3s, another 3, and a 6, and we're just having a lot of 2, 3, and 6 energy happening over here. So this is a lot about creation. This is a lot about harmonious energies coming together. This could also be soul family too, because some of you could have been feeling extremely alone. And this sensuality, like the colors, it does not have to be only baby making. This is also you being fearless and expressing yourself and being able to move your body in a healthy way that makes you feel in control of your body. This is also you learning to meld your masculine and feminine energies together and be receptive, but also put out the energy that you want to put out, not what's expected of you to be put out, but literally like this holding your heart energy right here. It's really making me think whatever is close to your heart, that's what you need to be pulling from in order to express yourself, not what other people are kind of putting on you. And you guys got bottom of the deck, do not give up. I think you guys are probably tired of the do not give up if you guys watch other readings by this point. Because it could have been a theme that keeps popping up, like just keep going, it's gonna get better, and like all this other stuff. So you might be doing some eye rolls with that one, like don't give up. But let's see, let's pull some other stuff. Let's see what comes out for you guys. What other things does Spirit want to talk about? Because it already seems like you guys are going through a lot and learning a new way of expressing yourself. Definitely with feminine energy. That one didn't flip. Oh, okay. So we have higher perspective, the cosmos, awakening, and unity. Okay, this unity thing is really making me feel like souls are uniting with each other. Like I said, whatever you guys have been through with like some really crappy stuff, that's changing. Either the people or the soul, if it is like a little soul that you've been waiting on to find you, they're finally waking up and it's their time to find you. And I think that's why I'm feeling so much feminine energy. Like you guys have been pushing and pushing and it's time to fall back, because this 2 and this 21 on this card condenses. It adds up to the 3, which gives us even more 3 energy, and it has another 2. You guys are some 2s and 3s. I don't know if you're just seeing repeating numbers or what, but you guys, when you're seeing these, this is just confirmation that the souls you've been waiting for are starting to come into your life, whether that is one distinct soul or that is a group of souls. They are waking up and they are ready to unite, and they are making their way. Almost started singing a song, making their way, but they're making their way to you, and it's almost like they're being guided through the stars to you as well. And this is some really beautiful like crown energy in this card, so you guys might be feeling this, and it could be why it's so hard for you guys to stay still, knowing you've already been through so much. Actually the world in this card kind of reminds me of this sphere, the way it looks, which is really interesting. So I mean, maybe you guys are a group that gets like tons of confirmation all the time. Either you see it or you don't even know it's there, and that's why this is happening so much. It's just like getting confirmation. Ice Queen. Okay. And another 22. It's okay, this group, if you're used to seeing things and you've already like gone, okay, yeah, I know, I see confirmations all the time, it drives me up the wall how much I see them. This could be them trying to tell you why you're seeing it if you haven't been knowing why you're seeing it. And for those of you that feel you're disconnected, it couldn't be further from the truth. It's just that you've been in survival mode so much that you don't see just how much signs are screaming at you. This 22, like the have faith, and then this Ice Queen, this is all about introspection. So what's interesting is we have the hold your heart, and she's literally like bringing her hands together. I want to show you guys this. She's bringing her hands together right here at the center where the heart and the solar plexus energy kind of try to connect to each other, and that's what this is doing. It's like your heart's connecting to your feminine energy, your lower energies, to be more receptive. Because her being the Ice Queen, obviously she is not in the mood for people. It could have been your energy for a while, where it's like the only way that you were moving forward is being in this icy energy and really like cutting this part of yourself off. And now's the time to open it. For some of you, you're gonna be like, there ain't no way I'm doing that. But the thing is, the souls that are meant to connect to you are opening up right now. So if you open up, they're gonna find you. This is gonna, for some of you, it's gonna be harder than others, because, you know, the self-analysis part of this card is like being honest with yourself. Some of you are hunkering down. Like I said, that 4 energy, you got 4 energy again here with this fortitude energy, really hunkering down in what you know. Others, it's like the foundation broke down. It's time to build up a new thing that's stronger. And the more you're holding compassion for yourself and you're expressing from a place of your feminine energy, the stronger that this new fortification is going to be. So don't run from this energy. Okay, so we have contemplation. You guys are thinkers, definitely. Silence. Literally the first word here. You guys are being told things are happening, and then the silence and knowing and releasing control, which I'm pretty sure the releasing control part's probably bothering you guys too, because you're over here like, I've had faith and released so much control. Like, but sometimes when we feel that way, we are still holding on to how we think something should materialize, as opposed to letting the universe just bring it in, or letting spirit just bring it in. We think we know how it's supposed to show up. Like me being able, like I'll just use an example, me being able to buy this car is gonna come from me getting this paycheck on Friday, because I'll be able to have enough to put into a down payment type thing. And then something happens where you can't use that paycheck. Now, like I said, like that's, even though it seems like illogical, because you guys are very logical from what it seems like, it almost might be a little too logical, which is why you're being told to kind of just pull yourself up out of that, because these colors coming from this and trying to go into releasing control into some color over here, this is really showing that you guys are trying to show a picture, which I know people talk about manifestation so much, about how like you need to be so freaking specific, but at the same time it's more of a feeling. Like you need to have the feeling of how having something is going to be for you. Like I'll even use myself for an example, because I recently just figured this out, because I'm not like a freaking like know-it-all whatever, but it's like I realized I was trying to do what people were doing with manifestation, where it's like list out everything, and then randomly one night when I was going to sleep and doing my prayers and stuff, it popped in my head that it's like, what I really want is a place where I can just be authentically myself all the time, no matter what that means. And that's what a home would be to me. That would be the perfect home, one where I could just completely put my energy throughout the whole thing, cleanse it when I feel like cleansing it, play loud music when I feel like playing it. It's like there's a feeling of freedom and like expression that comes with that. And it's not like I'm saying like I need like a 3-story this, that, or the other thing. It's like I want the freedom to be able to do this, this, and this in this place because it is my home. And that's the kind of home I want to manifest. So it might be with you guys with having this more feminine, loving, kind energy and how things are kind of trying to be harmonious right now. It could actually be that you guys need to release how you feel it's going to come into your life and lean more into what it will feel like with it being there. Because we have no idea what the universe has in store for us. And your bottom of the deck, I swear, is attachment, accumulation, defensiveness, and scarcity. So that's probably a little bit of a call out right there for those of you who are like, no, it's definitely not me. I'm not feeling that way. Like, you know, maybe do a little more self-analysis before getting defensive on it and see where you're falling with it. So let's get some tarot. We got Page of Swords. Look at this. All of this, like I said, I was already feeling like you guys were very logical people, but you guys need to look at this like a student. You need to, instead of being like, oh, I've been through the ringer, not discounting being through the ringer. Being through the ringer is something I am very familiar with. But, because I got this card too when I was pulling for myself, it's important to be open to going back and learning again. Going back and learning something different, opening yourself back up to a different way of thinking, opening yourself up to a different point of view on things that have happened around you, to you, and everything like that, instead of holding on to old views. It's like the little caterpillar on the sword is like looking behind the sword, so it's almost like looking back at what has happened, but it's getting close to time to become the butterfly and fly away from that stuff. So a change in mindset, and just because the other souls are awakening doesn't automatically mean you awaken. Like, you still have to do this introspection, this self-analysis yourself, and see where you have active mindsets that might need some awakening, so to speak. Ace of Cups. In case you guys were like, there is a lot of loving energy here. A lot of loving energy. And Spirit is really proud of you guys. Like, don't get it twisted where it's like they're coming in and saying like these things you can do. Like, they are heavily acknowledging the fact that you've been through it. And that you've kept, even though you might have hidden it away to protect it, but you've kept the core you. You've kept the kindness, you've kept the love. But it's time to let it to start flowing out some. Like, especially for yourself. Like, you need to give some of that to yourself, definitely. Be a great first step if you haven't been doing that. Especially if you have some mindsets around what giving love to yourself looks like. Oh my god, okay. For whoever needs to hear this, some of that giving love to yourself could be, you know, that which was mentioned earlier, this sensuality, you know, cup overflowing things. Yep, not going further into that, but that kind of thing. That is very strong magic. That is up to you what you want to do with that. Also, you guys are very magical. Just because I am saying you're a logical group does not mean you're not full of magic. There is a lot of magic in being able to look into yourself and grow from that. There's a lot of magic in it, and there's a lot of healing that happens very rapidly when you're able to analyze and be objective with what's happening. But they're definitely calling you to open up this loving energy and be gentle with it and have compassion for it instead of looking at it like it's a weakness. Okay, like I was saying, yep, Queen of Cups reversed. Some of you really have a warped sense of what self-care and self-love is. Some of your guys' worth is really tied up into just how empty your cup is, and it being like a, what is it? Oh God, what is it? It's the competition. That's what it is. Almost like it being a competition with like whose cup is emptier. You guys don't need to do that anymore. Like, if you have people in your life that are doing that with you, those people are not healthy. That's another thing over here. It's making me feel some Queen of Swords energy with this Ice Queen. Like, some people need to be cut out if that's what they're doing, and it could be why it's so hard for you if these are people that have been around for a while that you thought were your people. That new mindset needs to come in and kind of be like, hey, where am I being used? Where is this overflowing cup being buried? I mean, in this picture, the bird is literally taking up the entire cup. There's no room for something to flow out of it. It's a bird. Also, this bird kind of is a swan. Don't know if that's significant for any of you, but it is a swan. But this could also be some of you are either dealing, like the universe being proud of you guys for dealing with someone who has these bad intentions towards you, and you've done it with grace. And because this coming with this silence and this knowing and this releasing kind of energy is knowing that this person doesn't belong in your life, even though it hurts. And either you have already done the thing where you express that, hey, you aren't good for me, you need to, I wish you the best wherever you go, just not around me. Or it literally is they are praising you because you're working up the courage to get to this place, and they know how hard it is for you guys because it feels very new. It feels really raw. Okay, these came out together. We have Strength and the Devil reversed. Okay. This is really making me think of what I was saying earlier with the releasing, how certain things should materialize. But this is making me think of releasing the idea of what you guys think strength looks like. Some of you guys don't see yourself as powerful as you are because you look at other people that may have qualities like this Queen of Cup reverse as being a strong person, when in reality that's not true. You need to free yourself. Like I said, this new mindset over here. Also, it could be that this person that you look up to really represses, or person you trust. It could be a person you trust, not necessarily look up to, or both, or whatever it is. There's some freeing that needs to be done here. Some freeing up of your mind, freeing up of your energy, and some inner child healing. that needs to happen, because you guys have this full Ace of Cups down at your core that needs some nurturing. And this is not nurturing energy. And if you're tying yourself to this is what strength is, this is what nurturing energy is, you're not going to be able to fully express yourself and be in your power. Some of you, like I said, have released this energy. You have realized this is not what real strength looks like, and you've broken these chains, and things are changing, which is why Spirit is like, congratulations, you pass with flying colors. You're not really sure where you're going to land right now, especially for some of you if this was moving out or like completely like removing yourself physically from a situation. But I feel like this is more of an emotional removing from a situation, even though some luxuries and certain things could have been left behind physically with the devil here. The peace of mind is a lot more important. For those of you that are afraid to take the leap and you're being told to have faith and that it's going to work out, it will. It's going to be painful, because at the core you guys are very sweet people and you need a rewiring. Yeah, some of you, can definitely be family with this Ten of Pentacles under the deck over here. Reversed. That foundation, it's been falling apart. It's not you, especially if you're being blamed for it. It's not you. If you're being blamed by this figure, or you're being made out to be this figure, and it couldn't be further from the truth, it is not your fault. And you guys just need to keep holding your head high, moving, being honest with yourself, and breaking yourself free of this energy so you can be in your own energy. Because that was going to fall with or without you. That was not a stable foundation. And it really does seem like there was some material things tied up with it because it's pentacles. I'll pick that up in a second. So if the reason it's hard is because there's physical things that need to be separated in order for you to move forward, it'll happen. Just, some of you just might need to bring in somebody else that actually has a more objective point of view to help you separate it, because there seems to be a lot of misguided energy in the middle here. Some of you brought someone in, and that's why this is moving forward, and you're being told, good job, you did the right thing. With these, this is going to be advice. It seems like you guys are getting a whole lot of advice anyways from Spirit, because you've been going through it, but these I intended to be your advice moving forward. So let's see. We have create without judgment. Forgot to pick this one up. Your passion is your path. Okay, very similar colors to expressing your sensuality here. It's really making me think that this creating without judgment and your passion being your path, and then expressing your sensuality, there could be this thing where like I said, there's definitely something here where something is looked at as not being good, and it could be looked at as not being pure. So some of you guys could actually be into things that are more along the sensual path, and you want to create things in that avenue, however that looks to you, because it can come out looking so many different ways. And the thing is, creating from sensual energy is very feminine energy, and that's not really looked at highly because of how everything is, which is just dumb. But I'm not going to go off on my tangent. You guys are finding your way to do this, and having this swirling together. This is being gentle with yourself, loving what you're creating, doing it without judging yourselves. Because if this is something to do with your own body, not like a creation outside of your body, If this is creating art with your own body, don't beat yourself up for how your body looks, and embrace everything there is about your body, because that's how you fully step into this, and you're going to be really compassionate with yourself with it. Others of you could be getting shamed for wanting to be a mom, which is like really messed up. Like, if you want to be a mom, then create your baby without judging yourself, and kick the people out of your life that are judging you for wanting to be a mom. Like, you know in your soul if it's your, I want to say calling, but I feel like it's something different than calling. But it's like you can feel in you when something is right. This right here is literally what I was saying about the Ten of Pentacles and this over here. Others' pain is not your responsibility. It is not your responsibility. It's them. They need to be the ones that come in. This has chains all over it, just like I said with breaking chains and stuff with this Devil card reversed. They need to be the ones to go in, do the introspection, and work through their own issues. You are the one responsible for yourself, period. And this is another 6. Going back to expressing your sensuality. If they feel shame, if they feel like you're tarnishing their name, that is something they have to deal with. They have hang-ups. It is not you. If you are doing something that makes you happy, you're passionate about it, and it's something that really harmonizes with your soul, because we all come here to do different things, break away all of this stale energy that's telling you, no, you gotta stay doing this prim and proper, kind of thing. The right people are coming in to find you. Like, everyone is awakening to what they're called to right now. If someone cannot see you and take responsibility for how they feel seeing you, that is their problem. It is not your problem. No matter how much they try to tell you it's your problem, it's not. You guys have a lot of this color coming out. Show up for yourself like you do for others. Another 36 coming out with the this is the hold your heart with compassion, being gentle with yourself. Show up for yourself like you do for others. You are so much kinder to other people than you are to yourself, especially people that are doing what you want to be doing. Like, you full on support them, but you beat yourself up for wanting to be able to create that way. It's like this feeling right here with this Queen of Cups reverse is bothering me something bad. I don't know if it's a situation, a person, something that was instilled in you from young, whatever it is. With this Ten of Pentacles reverse, it could be a family name, or like something the family is known for. It's like coming, what it's making me think of is like coming from a severely religious background and being like the pastor's daughter, and you want to strike out and you want to be a model, and models sometimes can be lingerie models, and it's like they look at that like, oh my gosh, like, kind of thing. And it's like, oh, you're breaking my heart, like, doing this, like, how could you be this kind of, it's like, no, it's no, that's something they got to deal with. That's their issue. You came here to do what your soul calls you to do, and what spirit is helping you to create, so you can live your best life. If they have hang-ups and generational crap that they never cleared up, if you clear it up on your end, you're good to go. You go do your thing. Show up for yourself. Don't bury it underneath this like icy exterior, like, oh, I have to be the prim and proper. I can't show that because I'll be a disappointment. No. Like, the only disappointment you gotta live with at the end of the day is what you feel deep down in your soul, because everyone else goes away at some point. and you're the one with yourself. Once again, same colors coming out again. You guys are really having this driven home with this color. Honor your emotions coming out as bottom of the deck energy, which is very feminine energy. Like, once you guys have a lot of feminine energy, but it's very sensual, like creation type energy. Also, the random thing, if you guys feel guilty for wanting a child, and there is someone that makes you feel bad for wanting a child because they couldn't have one, that is not your responsibility either. I don't know why that's deciding to come through. You should not stop yourself from having a child because someone else would be upset or jealous or try to make you feel bad over the fact that you were able to do it and they couldn't, because that's not their path. They haven't accepted it yet. That's on them. You have a path you're following, so honor yourself. So, last thing I'm going to pull for you guys, some little affirmations. We have fulfillment. The adventure is what makes all of the growth so satisfying. That satisfying is still making me think of this. But the thing is, this really is going to feel like an adventure for you guys. For those of you that have already started this, you are feeling the undulating energies of how much of an adventure this is, because this isn't some kind of lighthearted adventure for pretty much most of you, because this is for your fulfillment. This is like your soul's calling for you. And there's going to be a lot of growth. Like I said, there's a lot of growth happening here, which is why you're getting so much praise, because this is like a lot of growth. I feel like it's more rapid, because like having the energies we have here, especially with all this orange and red, it just is making me feel like very rapid energy. Like you guys have been stuck here dealing with feeling like this is your responsibility, but once you realize that no, it's time to set off what's meant for me, your growth is going to be exponential. And it's like looking back at how much you're growing and how much you're changing and how proud you are is going to be so freaking satisfying. So fulfillment, big one for you guys. We have forgive. Even the sun causes flowers to wilt, so be more kind to yourself. Now, this specifically is saying be kind to yourself. This is not saying be kind to the people that are treating you like crap. People, person, situation, whatever it is, family, passed down tradition. This is saying even the sun causes flowers to wilt, which means having too much of something still can make things like wilt away. So literally being smothered with the responsibility of all this made you wilt. And it's saying be kind to yourself. Don't beat yourself up over lost time. Age does not matter with this, because this is a soul thing here. Like, this is a soul energy. You guys have some very powerful sensual energy that can be pulled up at any time. And if it has to do with children, you guys, it's not too late for you guys feeling like it might be an age thing. This is about being kind to yourself, forgiving yourself from withholding this aspect of yourself from yourself for so long, because you felt it was your responsibility to keep holding light, holding the torch for the thing that was not what your soul wanted. And it caused your soul to wilt in the process, because that wasn't the light you were meant to carry. You were carrying something else very bright because others expected it of you. But that is in no way something to beat yourself up over. You've gone above and beyond. Okay, cards. We have friends. Gardens are made of many beautifully unique flowers who help each other thrive. I think this is beautiful for you guys because, like I was saying, you're going to open up if you haven't started opening up already. You're going to open up, and as you open up, what is happening is these unique people are also opening up to who they are. You might even know some of these people already, and you might admire them because they have this courage you feel you could never have to do this, but you have it. You have a natural talent for it too. And you're gonna know what this is because this is something that puts like this fire in your belly where you just like, and it's something that makes you want to fight against the tradition of what's been placed on you. Now, these people that are going to come into your life as you're opening up, or if they're already there, they are going to be helping you thrive in this. This is how you're going to know they're the right people, because they're going to want to uplift you and help you thrive and help you to express how beautifully unique you are, because they know how important it is. They might have similar backgrounds as you, which is why it's like, no, like, be there for yourself. They might even say some of these things to you. Like, to be honest, they might even have some things where it's like, quit judging yourself so harshly. Like, you know, express what you want to express instead of holding your tongue or holding back and creating what you want to create. Don't put this stifling thing on yourself. And then bottom of the deck, very last little message for you guys is collapse. Rest now so you can bloom later. This is very feminine energy. Collapse really makes me think of you guys, like I said, the very beginning of this, have been through a lot. And it's like you're getting acknowledged, you're getting congratulated for pushing and pushing through so much. And it's fine if you need to rest. If you're exhausted, allow yourself to collapse and have a long nap if you need it. The people that support you in taking care of your body are your people. And it is so important to realize that they will be there to help you, and you will be able to still bloom. You'll be able to still prosper and do all the things you want to do, even if you allow yourself to rest. And those are the people you want in your life. Now, also, it keeps bringing me back to the child thing. If you need rest because of, you know, obviously it is a lot on your body to carry a child, there are going to be people there to help you. Spirit is definitely going to be around you for this, but those people are going to be very protective over you when it comes to this energy trying to come in. They're going to allow you to rest, and they're going to step up and be like, don't bother. Do not bother her while she's in this. Let her, like, rest. And that's why it's so important, because your blooming later is literally going to be bringing in a life or lives. It could be twins, triplets, you know. Like I said, don't tell the universe and spirit how to materialize things for you, you know. Just let them bring it. But just know that you guys are right on time. And these people, whether they're in your life right this moment or they're starting to come towards you, they're going to be there for you. They're going to be in your corner. And there's going to be no stopping them being there for you. Like, ferocious. Like, this strength card's here. This Leo energy, the ferocious energy is here. So there's going to be no stopping that. But yeah, that's what I have for you guys for the white feather agate, for, you know, why Spirit's proud of you guys, and some advice moving forward through this. I hope it resonates and you guys like it. Bye. Okay. It is time for my Ocean Jasper Tower group. So let's get into why Spirit is so proud of you right now. I was about to say, I feel like you guys have very high energy, and the first card you guys have is plant your feet in the ground. Okay, some of you guys are like really excited. I'm gonna put this on this side so you guys can still see the little white peak up here. But you got plant your feet in the ground. You guys are definitely excited about something. Okay, we'll take the top from that, create your own path. You guys are fiery. You're like, you're ready to okay, okay, you guys are just on a, okay, that's why this is happening. Okay, that makes sense. This is why it came out like this. This jumped out. Plant your feet in the ground, right? This is some grounding energy. Like, it's not just saying ground yourself. It's saying stick your feet into the ground so you can feel Gaia. Like, because the thing is, you guys are in this rush of like fire energy right here, creating your own path. Like, you guys have some big dreams right here, and Spirit isn't knocking you for it. You're supposed to have big dreams, but what is happening is this is why you're being told to plant your feet in the ground here, is you got the sidestepping card. You guys are flying forward in this energy and not seeing something. They are very proud of you for forging your path and allowing yourself to dream big, but there is something you guys are just stepping around, and they're saying pause. Pause. This dream isn't going anywhere. The same way this isn't gonna go anywhere until you stop. And I'm hearing smell the roses. For some of you, roses may be good to work with. But this is really giving me the energy of there is something you guys are missing, and it's gonna end up becoming a block. Like how this just comes out like a and like cuts off this fiery energy. So it's better for you to stop now, which I think is interesting, because I wanted to make sure I keep the peak up here, and the only way is to put this over here. But it's like, stop right now. There's still orange in this. These dreams aren't going anywhere. It's planted firmly in this. You guys are being told, breathe, come back to center, keep your dreams in mind, but there's a lot of just, it's no wonder at the beginning when choosing the crystals that the sun was going crazy all over this tower and wanting the disco ball everywhere. Like, you guys have this, almost kicked all my bottles over. You guys have this fiery energy, but the thing is, you need to stop and process something. There is something you guys are just stepping completely around, whether it's a wound, whether it's a relationship that's gonna, like, energy vampire type thing. You're still allowing a situation or a person to be in your life, mooching off of your success or the success to come. They're saying discernment. They're saying sit down with your, with your feet in. They really want you guys to root. Like, maybe root work would be really good for you guys, but it's like, you guys really need to just dig in your heels and stop for a second, because whatever you're stepping around and trying to act like isn't there, or act like it's gonna get better, or act like once this happens, like, it'll fix itself, it's not. It's gonna become a hindrance. So while they are super proud of you for doing this, they're coming in right away and giving some advice, saying stop and find this thing, weed it out and get rid of it before everything fully like bursts into this huge flame that you can't stop, and then this thing somehow comes in and muddles it. Let's see, let's get a little more info on this, because they are really proud of you guys and they love your energy. They love all your different, like, you guys are very creative and have a lot on your plates at the same time, but they're saying stop so you don't mess something up, because it's like on the sidelines over here. And you guys know this. This is the third eye portal. Once again, having some yellow still mixed in there. This is showing you guys like have a firm vision on what this is. It's not going anywhere. For those of you feeling like if I stop right now, you're not gonna lose it. You're gonna have a block later on because you stepped around something you should have taken care of right now. But third eye portal is vision, clairvoyance, and clarity, but then confusion. Now, some of you might be, it could be why confusion is here, is you guys are confused because you feel like everything's going great. But that's because you're not stopping. You're not stopping to look around. You're not stopping to take stock of what's around you, what you're carrying with you. There's something that you guys are just pushing back burner, or you're just kind of tiptoeing around, you know, hoping it goes away on its own. It's not, guys. This thing is like, some of you have had visions about it. You guys are very in tune, which is probably why they're coming in so hot and heavy and like bam to you guys. You guys either are having dreams, dream bigger. You guys are either having dreams or you're having visions, or straight up like this clairvoyance is so heavy for you guys, and this is like saying third eye portal, and my third eye is on fire. You guys need to, I don't know how else to say it other than listen, because they have been trying to make you listen, and you guys know that's the whole thing. And if you're confused, that's even more reason to stop. Because some of you are going to be like, yeah, I know what I'm doing. And then others, you can be like, I'm not quite sure, because you've been caught up in this whirlwind, literally a whirlwind. And you need to stop and breathe and take stock of what's around you. Do you really want to bring that with you into this dream that you're creating and working so hard on? Your cards keep wanting to just fall over and make a mess too. Like whatever this is going to create a mess of what you're working on so hard. Oh my god. I can't with you guys. We have celestial assistance. Your guides are so freaking loud. You freaking have Metatron over here in this picture with the actual symbolism. Some of you might actually work with him, which he is like major on manifestation, which could really be why this is taking off. But we have angelic messages, guidance, and enlightenment. You, between having visions and all of this other stuff and having angel messages coming in, like, guys, yes, this is really, really exciting, and they're proud of you. But this enlightenment is like, you know, stop and look at what this is. Stop. This isn't going anywhere. This is divinely guided. You have it, but you need to take care of your stuff over here. Quit letting it be off in the shadows and be like, oh, once the light hits, it'll just go away. No, that's not how it works. You guys need to figure out what it is if you're confused and you're not sure what it is, and ground yourself. If you know what it is, you need to slow down and figure out how to take this head on instead of stepping around it. Use this energy. You're very protected. So don't be afraid of just taking it head on, because you're very protected. Okay, if I swear when I pull the tarot, if you guys get the Magician card, I'm gonna laugh. But we have Emergence, which is creation, resurrection, and magician. Literally says magician on here. And he's over here working with the flames in his hand too. Like, all this hand stuff. Like, you guys are like massive creation. But it could be this sidestepping. We are in Mercury retrograde currently while I'm doing this. And it's a number 11. Portal. Immediately making me think of portal. A portal for resurrection, which means there is definitely something coming up for you guys. Do not sidestep it. It is coming up during this retrograde because you guys are meant to visit it, you're meant to look at it, and you're meant to fix it. So it can't come back anymore. You guys are the magician. You're in control. Look, the green going back to the planting. It all keeps connecting back. It's like there's purple, there's all the assistance and everything, but the green's like, we're planting. We are planting and we're figuring this out. It's coming back up because it needs to get taken care of so it doesn't impede your path. Okay. For one, she literally has monarch wings. Could be a literal thing for you guys as butterflies. There is the crow raven, can't really tell that well with how tiny he is, but crow raven, there is a black cat in here. Like, you guys have the big ball of this energy behind her. Dreamscape is the word on this card. Dream work, subconscious, and imagination. I literally told you guys that some of these visions are coming through in your dreams. Your subconscious, your intuition, your angels, your guides you're working with, your gifts that you have, they're all coming through and screaming at you right now. Even the energies of the planet are coming through and screaming at you. Take care of it. Please take care of it. Because they are so proud of what you're doing and they don't want to see this thing creeping up and being like, you ignored it and you're like, oh, it'll be fine, and then it comes up later. You got way too much in the pot to be doing that stuff right now. Okay. Let's pull your tarot. Let's see if the magician pops out. I'm gonna laugh so hard if the magician pops out after all this, or temperance. So we have Page of Wands reversed. They really are trying to send it home for you guys to pause. Page of Wands over here. Plant your feet in the ground. Stop. Don't, it's like, this isn't Page of Wands over here upright with this, like, yes, burst of energy. It's saying stop. Stop. It's like, it's like they're shaking you. Maybe you guys are having sleep paralysis dreams and you feel it, or you might be having dreams where you feel like you're being shaken like awake, but this is literally like a ground, breathe. Like, even myself, I feel like very heady, like thick energy in my head. And I literally was outside earlier praying, like, and grounded and everything before this, so I know it's not my energy that this is happening with. You guys are just being told this is not going anywhere. It's not going anywhere. But you need to take time to breathe. We have 4 cups reversed. This immediately is just making me think it's not going anywhere. Again. Because this bird, it's not like the other 4 cups that you usually see in tarot. This bird actually sees the cup. And it's like perched on the other ones like, hey, I want the cup with the stars in it. I want the sparkly things. And you guys already see the cup. You already see the cup. You see everything you're creating. You see all your dreams. You see how to get there. And it's like, but I don't want to lose it. It's my cup. It's mine. It's not going anywhere. And I think that's trying to be sent home for you guys, because you have the vision, You have everything in mind here, but you're also getting the visions and the dreams and the signs to slow down and find out what this is and take care of it. That's why this is doing this over here. Like, Ocean Jasper is also a very grounding stone as well, so yeah. Okay, I don't know how many times you guys have to be told to conserve your energy in this reading, but it has come up so much. We have Ace of Wands reversed too. Not going anywhere. Not going anywhere. And I have a feeling, like a really big feeling with how this keeps coming out, is your actual vision isn't going to go anywhere until you do this. And it could be why you're so frustrated and why you're pushing so hard, because you know for a fact you're supposed to be doing this. Like, you have the clarity, you know what you're supposed to be doing. But you're like, why is it not doing it? And it's because there is something that's still stuck to you. There's something that you're kind of going around like, you know, it'll disappear once all my stuff comes in. No, you guys have to actively take this on. Know you're protected. Put your energy towards removing it from your life instead of ignoring it. And then everything will be full steam ahead. Full speed, full steam, however you want to look at it. But you guys are getting messages out the yin-yang, awake, asleep, wherever you are. It's just like telling you this is the thing, and you need to listen and you need to do it. There's like no getting around it for you guys. And we have the Nine of Pentacles. I'm telling you guys are creating your own independence. You're creating freedom for yourself here. And if you're creating freedom and you're dragging something with you, you're not truly free. And Spirit's coming through like, we don't want to see you dragging this crap into your blessings over here. We don't want to see you doing it. That's why they're trying to tell you to pause. It's like they are so proud that you figured it out and that you're on the boat and that you know what you're supposed to do. But they're like, please just take the time. Literally everything is aligned for you guys to take the time. Like having multiple retrogrades, having things come out where you're getting the messages, where you're literally being told to ground yourself. You guys are being given all the tools and the energy to be able to do this and just wipe it out, so that way there's nothing here stopping you guys from just going full steam ahead. But it's like they are very proud that you've listened and gotten this. But they're like, this thing over here, you need to stop and take care of it. I don't know why I'm shuffling again, but there probably is another card for you guys then if I'm starting to shuffle again. We have the Chariot reversed. You guys have very emotional energy. And I think that's why this is coming out. Because you have Cups and Wands. This is very emotional energy that they're telling you that you need to chill on. Obviously, once you figure out what you're gonna be doing and you're excited, a lot of your emotions like bubble up and it's like a whole crazy like mix of everything. This Nine of Pentacles is the only thing you guys have upright. It's the only earth energy. And it's doing this thing where it's like, be grounded in your energy. Quit allowing your emotions to fly away and run around whatever this issue is over here that's being brought to your attention. This isn't going anywhere, and neither are you until you take care of this. Bottom of the deck is Six of Pentacles. This is something This is reversed too. This is giving me a give take kind of exchange, but one is giving more than they should. Whatever this is, I feel like this is something you give a lot into and don't get much back from, which is why they're saying get rid of it, because once you start getting all this, you're going to be giving even more into this. It's going to be like a vacuum just taking from you. You don't want a vacuum taking from this, because then you go backwards. And then you eventually end up back into the Five of Pentacles, and you're like, why am I back here after all the work I did? It's because you allowed a vacuum to stay there sucking on you. So let's see what they have to say for, I mean, I feel like this whole thing has been nothing but advice for you guys on what you need to do to move out of this thing. But hey, this deck was supposed to be for advice. Crying is healing. Allow it. You guys, okay, look. There is definitely something here with healing that you guys are sidestepping. Obviously, if that wasn't apparent from the beginning, that if you're trying to get around it, it's something that you don't really want to deal with, which is usually some aspect of healing. But if you're getting this crying thing, this means you're burying it. And you're getting all these cards talking about the subconscious also and being stuck. So this is something in you. Even if you're physically taking care of yourself, there is something inside where you create from in your feminine energy that needs to be allowed to heal. Like, it needs to be allowed to, instead of like moving around it like it's icky. Even if you blubber and cry, or you have to honestly make somebody else cry, I don't know why that's coming through, but there's a thing where you guys aren't going to move until you allow this healing, even though you know exactly what you need to do. Oh my god, this flipped over. No more excuses. No more excuses. You just, and it's the colors, but it has the black of this. There's no more excuses. This right here is showing this kind of like the reason you're stuck is because you're making excuses as to why you can't do this, or you're sidestepping. Literally, the card, sidestepping. You're going around it. You're making reasons why you can't deal with it. I don't have the time right now. I don't have the resources right now. I don't have the this or the that. You're literally being told no more excuses. If you want this enough, you're gonna do this. Got embrace your gifts. There's a lot of music notes here, so, and it's the same color as this. Some of you, it could be singing, writing, lyrics. It could also be expression. Obviously your sense of expression and everything would definitely be blocked off if you're making excuses as to why you shouldn't deal with something, because you're not being completely authentic. If you're stepping around certain things being your gifts, or maybe leaving behind something that you thought was supposed to be your gift, and you haven't allowed yourself to grieve it, because you feel if you grieve it, then you really are shutting that door, then you're gonna stay stuck where the door is not shutting. When you actually have all of this to look forward to, you're staying in the doorway without shutting it instead of moving forward. And your sensitivity is your strength. I do want to say something here. There is a big difference in being sensitive and being a doormat. Very, very big difference. You can be empathic, you can understand what someone is going through, and it is a huge strength to have. It could be like a huge gift that you need to embrace, but you also need boundaries with it. This could be this whole thing over here that you're trying to ignore, is that you need boundaries. You severely need boundaries. That doesn't mean giving up what makes you you, but that does mean that you stop making excuses for other people's behavior, including your own, when you allow people to just suck you dry of your energy because you can feel their pain. You guys, okay, look, I told you they're proud of you, and I know they're really, like, going to town here, but your ancestors are cheering you on, okay? Like, you got a card here saying your ancestors are cheering you on, in case this whole thing you're feeling like, I thought they were supposed to be proud of me. They are proud of you, but they're giving tough love because they don't want to see you used, specifically your ancestors coming through with this reading. They don't want to see you and your angels, okay, angels and ancestors, I should put both, are coming through here to let you guys know you're on the right path, but they don't want whatever leeching energy this is for you to ignore it so it can come back and just take from you when you are so gifted. They could actually be blocking you from full speed aheading because they don't want this thing to come with you. It can even, if your ancestors are cheering you on, it could even be some generational karma they want you to clear up before doing this. And that would be very painful because generational karma, like, there's a lot of stuff in that, like, no joke. So let's get some final affirmations for you guys. Oh, okay, you guys are just gonna get all yours at the same time. So we have confirmation. The rose does not need reassurance to bloom. Did I not say at the very beginning of the reading that roses might be important for you guys? We're just gonna bring up some roses at the end to kind of tie it together, like. But and there's roses in this sensitivity card as well. In all honesty, maybe roses working with your ancestors and your angels, like using the rose like as an herb or an offering, or however you choose to commune with them, or work in your practice offerings, whatever it is. Could be something to help you. It could just be, if you have a rose garden, go sit in your rose garden for your grounding to get like what you need in order to work through things. But this right here, some of you guys maybe not letting this go because you feel that you need its approval in order to make your dream come true. And this is literally telling you guys that you guys don't need the approval of whatever this sidestepping energy is in order to pursue your dream, in order to bloom. You need the approval of yourself to create what you want to create. Okay, your next one, we have lean. Sometimes a sturdy tree is all you need. I think this is, I don't know how many times you guys have to be told to go outside and be with something, whether it's being with like literally your feet inside dirt so you can't move, or like leaning on trees or being around roses. Like, you guys are really being pushed into this Gaia energy over here. But also a sturdy tree would be your support team. Spiritual support team is very strong here. And you guys are very connected to your support team, which is why you know this right here. You don't need this sidestepping energy. Whatever it is, whatever you keep making excuses for, you don't need it. Sometimes that sturdy tree is yourself. Sometimes leaning into the trust of yourself is all you need. And for some of you, that probably is exactly what you need instead of needing the assurance of whatever this is. And then we have drowning. When the water seems too deep, lay back and allow yourself to float. This is really making me think of just like laying in your angel's arms and allowing them to take things that are too heavy for you. But this is also letting you guys know that, like I was saying before, whatever this is not something that's going to add to you. It's going to take. It's a vacuum. It's a heavy boulder pulling you down and drowning you. It's something that is not here to lift you up. If anything, it's to pull you down from the brightest that you can be. And your angels and your ancestors literally both coming through here and saying, like, we don't want this thing to take you out. Not like in that sense, but, you know, take you from your greater purpose, because you're not taking the time to see what it is and to see it for what it is and to remove it from your life. Even if you have to cry about whatever it is being removed from your life and allow yourself to grieve, the longer you make excuses, the longer this dream is going to be put off, because they're trying to protect you. Because if you get this dream while this is still attached to you, you're going to feel like you're drowning in it. And then bottom of the deck, you guys got friends. Gardens are made of many beautifully unique flowers who help each other thrive. If you guys are afraid, if it's friends that you're that you feel like you need their approval, or you feel like you're gonna be alone if you finally, like, you know, cut off the anchor, burn it off your ship or whatever, what this is doing is it's blocking the real people. It's blocking the real people from coming in and lifting you up, being the ones that allow you to float. This is also showing that you are very unique, and people really do tend to hold on to things that seem like a novelty, or that they feel will give them what they need because they can't find it for themselves. The main thing with these friends, though, that are coming in is they want to help you thrive. They don't want to be a vacuum, or they don't want to, like, be the boulder that's pulling you down. They will give you the reassurance you need also. They will be the sturdy trees that you need. So if you feel like, I'm going to be alone if I drop this, maybe for a little bit you will, because you'll be learning how it feels to do it yourself. But in the long run, what's going to happen is the good is going to pour in, and you're going to have a very strong support team because you decided to let go of the dead weight. But yeah, that's what I'm getting here for you guys. You guys had quite a bit want to come in. But yeah, let me know if it resonates and if you liked it. And I hopefully will be able to talk to you guys in the group soon. Bye. Okay, so my Kambaba Jasper group. Let's see. My spirit is so proud of you guys. Okay, we got some creating your own path energy. And okay, so you guys are trailblazing over here and you're trusting yourself. You guys are really, this is really making me feel like you guys are coming into your energy. Ooh. You're coming into your energy, but you're not fully seeing that there's still some stuff back there. This could just be that you guys are finally starting to find these different aspects of yourself, because you have create your own path, you have trust yourself always, plant your feet in the ground, and embrace your light. But you also had sidestepping under the deck, so this kind of gives me the feeling that they're really proud of you for stepping out of your comfort zone, and that you're learning to trust yourself, you're learning to embrace who you are. The energy here, you guys might be getting into learning how to ground your energy and how to protect your energy. Because this seems very, almost kind of new. Like, even if you've been doing stuff for a while, there's something new that you're doing that isn't really something, like there might be a few people you kind of look up to and you're trying to emulate with it, but there isn't something that's quite like what you're doing, so you're trying to embrace it and trust yourself, but it still feels very like that sidestepping thing could be you not addressing some insecurities you have, or like just going, I'm gonna do it anyways even though I'm not sure. And okay, I'm not sure where it got cut off there, but anyways, so if you're completely new and you're doing something, or you know, you've kind of been in the game for a while but you're trying, like, you know, to branch out, try something a little different, it could feel kind of lonely, because this is like your own path, trusting yourself, embracing your light. This is a whole lot of you kind of energy. It's not bringing in other people, so it could feel very lonely. And at the same time, you're being told to ground yourself in this energy. So if you're usually somebody that kind of relies on the feedback of other people, and you're being told to trust your own feedback you're getting and not taking in all this outside feedback, it could feel very alienating. Now, that could be the sidestepping thing that is happening, is you still don't fully trust yourself, so you're still kind of trying to get assurance from the outside. Now, it's not necessarily a bad thing, but you're not going to be fully in your energy and knowing exactly how you feel about something if you're getting others' input constantly. Especially when it comes to trusting yourself, because if you're working on something with your own intuition and how something feels for you, and like you're going to other people and saying like, hey, this happened for me, like, does this happen for you? And they're like, yeah, it happens for me when da 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 da. So then you start associating, well, maybe that's the reason why it happens for me, and you don't allow yourself to feel what it is for you. It could be something completely different, because we are all completely different when it comes to our gifts, when it comes to how we receive certain things. There might be some similarities like between people to where you can be a teacher for somebody if you're experienced enough, but at the same time, your greatest teacher is yourself, which is why I think you guys are getting all this you thing. Like, don't sidestep your own wisdom, I think is the message here. They're very proud of you guys because you're venturing into this, and I feel like it's really outside of your comfort zone to be completely like, I trust my energy, period, especially if you're group oriented. But let's see what else wants to come through for you guys. We have okay, so we have the Guardians, shielding, defense, and warning. This is really making me think of what I was just saying. It's almost like your guides are trying to shield you from other people's perspectives, from other people's energies, putting up boundaries between their opinions, their thoughts, their energy, all of the above. They're wanting you to create your own defense to where the first thing you trust is yourself, as opposed to outside. If something doesn't feel right, because seeing this warning thing here, if something doesn't feel right, trust yourself. Listen. Like, don't just, go, so-and-so says it's okay. This is, like, a big thing. It could, like, okay, I just want to show this. It's like what I was saying earlier, where I feel like if there's something happening and you're being made to trust a feeling you get from seeing something or feeling something, hearing something, whatever it is, and it might mean something different to somebody else. This card has so much symbolism in it. It has the dragon, it has the crow, the raven, it has like the lights, it has this thing that kind of looks alien-like, it has the moon, it has falling stars, it has the little, I can't remember what those are called, but it has the rock stacks, and it has like all the different symbols that are in different areas. It's like different seasons. It has so much symbolism in one place that it's almost overwhelming. So yes, what you're going through may feel very overwhelming, but at the same time they're saying, please sit and dissect it. Trust yourself. But trust yourself always. Trust that whatever you feel from a certain, how can I put this, from a certain sign, a vision, a dream, whatever it is, whatever you personally feel, they want you to start trusting it. Because if you start, right now isn't the time to be taking other people's feelings as your truth. And I think that's what this is trying to teach you, is they want you guys to learn your truth, because you're very powerful, even if like you're just starting. So if, like, say you are very new and you're just starting out and you're basing everything off of other people's input, it's like you don't know how you feel, so you don't know what the symbolism means to you. Like, I can sit here and tell you, oh, I see the dragon up there, and it makes me think in north and south node energy, because there's the dragon head, the dragon tail, Rahu K2 energy going towards like your purpose in life, and then looking into your past life. Like, there's so many different things you can look at with different symbolism. Other people be like, dragons are protection, they come in, they're good fortune, they're good luck. It's like there's so many different things that can come in from different sources that it muddies your own message. And that's why it's important, when you see something, how does it make you feel? What's the first thing that comes to mind? Does it make you think of a person? Does it make you think of a place? Does it make you feel safe, scared? Does it bring colors to mind? Does it bring music to mind? Like, what happens when you're dealing with specific signs? If you're seeing repeating numbers, what are you thinking about when you see the numbers? Don't immediately Google the angel number thing. Like, literally, like, what were you thinking when you saw that? What is that number confirming for you right in this moment? Because that's what you guys are learning to trust right now. Because you're having a lot of stuff thrown at you in order to build that trust with yourself. And the reason they're doing this is because they have a lot of, I don't want to say expectations. It's more of, they have a lot of faith in you. And they know you could do it. They wouldn't be giving you all this stuff to learn if that wasn't the case. We got higher perspective, the cosmos, awakening, and unity. Yeah, you guys are really coming into your own with this. The cosmos is them, literally, I feel like it's them doing a direct channel into your crown chakra over here and like just downloading a whole bunch of symbolism. It could be how your guides and how spirit speaks to you is literally just symbolism all the time, and that's why you're always asking, like, what does this mean? You know, you can do research and stuff, but only take what resonates with you. Don't, like, try to take everything and try to make it fit a situation. Like, that's how, like, we end up getting swept up in things and making rash decisions based off of other people's anxiety and their perspectives, because we all have different experiences that we come from. That's why we have the perspectives that we do. We have we have Ice Queen, introspection, self-analysis, and fortitude. They're talking a lot about shielding you and defenses and fortitude. It's like they want you to be inside yourself and they want to protect you. It's like you're like this, whatever you're coming into, whatever this new thing is, it could be a new gift. Whatever it is, they want you to be very introspective with it. They want you to, it literally says self-analysis here. Like I was saying, they want you to analyze how you feel about it, not how the world feels about it. They want to know what you think, what you feel. When you see a unicorn, what do you think? There's a unicorn right here. It's like, what are you thinking immediately when you see things? And to be honest with you, like, usually when I'm doing readings, I'm getting these things of, like, you know, symbolism, blah, blah, blah. But with you guys, it's a whole lot of, what does this mean to you? What does this mean to you? Like, literally keeps coming up over and over again. So I know your guides are really trying to drill this home over here. Even the in my left ear is ringing. I'm not going to tell you guys what that means for me, but what does it mean for you? And the number 22. If you guys see repeating 22s or repeating 2s in general, what does it mean for you? Like, you guys are getting like a buttload of freaking symbolism right now, but it's almost like, get a journal where you guys literally, whatever you see as symbolism, as signs, as whatever, if it invokes an emotion, a feeling, whatever it is, write it in your journal and what it is for you personally. You can cross-reference it with somebody or with Google or whatever, but you need to have trust in what comes through for you. You can see if it matches up to someone else. Maybe they can help you if you feel the way you resonate with it matches up. That's different. But this is like you guys really building a foundation in trusting what you feel. And then we have, well, that's why, manifestation, coming through over here. He's over here just like manifesting this. I gotta show you guys. He's manifesting this like huge like drop of like literally everything, gold, gems, whatever, falling into like the golden pot. And see, and there's all this symbolism. There's the lotus, there's fairies, there's candles, there's gems, there's castles, and it's like, and this adds up to an 11. This is what I mean with you guys, because you guys have so much symbolism, and this is for manifestation. This is why you guys need to learn this stuff, because this is manifestation, prosperity, fortune, and pure intentions. The reason you guys are learning what these things mean is because you guys have intentions you need to set, and you need to set the intentions with what is your feeling towards the symbolism. You need to set the intention. Like, say you see the unicorn as purity or something, and it's like you want to make a painting of a unicorn to hang in your room, so that way you always remember when you go to your altar to have pure intentions. It's like that kind of thing. I'm really hesitant to even give examples in this reading, because it's almost like, you know, they really want you to do things because you feel drawn and you resonate with it. No matter how you create it, no matter how you embrace it, how you trust it, how it grounds you. They don't want you to try to go around it and take what they would consider the easy way by just, you know, other people say it's this. Because that's not how you guys are going to manifest. You're going to manifest by knowing, like your inner knowing, by being completely united with your knowing and what symbolisms outside of you mean. Like if you see like the bird, if you see a bird, you know, oh, like that's what that means for me. I need to go do that. And that's how you guys bring about your prosperity and your fortune, because you guys work different. You just work different, and that's not a bad thing at all. It's just everyone is wired differently. You guys happen to be wired in a way where it's like you really got to know what your inner compass is. You really got to know what you need to trust, whether this is a new venture where you need to trust the symbolism in the venture, or you're literally just opening up to your spirituality and you're just starting. They're saying trust you, period. Introspection. Like they're even trying to protect you and put like a thing around you, like a bubble almost, so that way you can kind of get into it. Kambaba Jasper, you might want to look into getting you some of that. It might be good to hold on to. See what kind of, actually, when you were picking out your reading, what did you feel when you saw the Kambaba Jasper? What did it, that's another thing, what did it make you feel? Like when you were wanting to, when you had that pull of your intuition, like what emotion were you feeling? Were you just drawn to the green? What did the green make you feel? It's like, this is the kind of thing you guys really have to analyze yourselves. For some of you, this might be something you're not used to, because you might just be used to kind of like, you know, stuff happens. But for others of you, if like, I mean, I myself, I have a Virgo moon. I analyze symbols all the times that happen in my dreams while I'm awake. Like, so in a way I understand this, which is why I'm being so, it might seem like I'm being vague, but it's like I'm not here to sway you as to what it means to you. That's not what I'm supposed to be doing in this reading. I'm supposed to be telling you, when you see something, what do you feel? Because that's how you manifest, is by going off of what is your thing, not what other people are saying, like, you know, you gotta affirm this 5 times a day. If that doesn't feel right to you, no, then you're not supposed to do it. If people are telling you, like, the way you cleanse your space, or the way you pray, or the way you do this is this, this, and this, or you're doing it wrong, if that doesn't resonate with you, no. That's just how it is. Like, you guys, it literally has to, like, you have to feel that in you in every way, because you guys have all the colors. There isn't just like feeling it down in your sacral and your root. There isn't just feeling it in your solar plexus. It's not just feeling it up in like your throat, because you have a lot of blues and stuff, and you know, your heart with the greens and like all that kind of stuff. It's like the freaking head, all that stuff. You have the colors of all the centers up here. It's like you gotta feel it in your being. It is you. The symbolisms you get are you, period. It's a very, that's why I was saying it might feel alienating, but it's because you're very unique in how you perceive the world. And that's why you need to have your own unique perceptions. And then we have King of Cups being reversed. It's a rooster. I feel like I need to just call out things I see here so you guys can get a, that's how I feel about roosters. And he's filling up a cup with his fat butt. But, King of Cups reversed. We got Five of Wands. This is just making me think a lot of, like, people can have good intentions with trying to tell you, like, this is what this means. But in the end, they're hurting you. And it creates competition with what your inner world, because the introspection here, what your inner world knows to be true to you and what the outside world is saying. Some people can be doing it maliciously, because there are some people that literally just suck and they don't want to see you do well, especially if you are an oddity and they don't like the fact that you operate different from them, so they're going to be rude about it. But some people might have good intentions and be trying to tell you guys, well, this is what this means, this is what this means, and blah, 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 blah. And it's like, what it does is it creates this conflict within yourself, and you're feeling like, is how I feel more important, or should I listen to the person with experience? Because this being a king over here would feel like this is somebody that's way more experienced than I do. But in reality, whatever they're doing, you're ice queen, okay? You're upright ice queen. King of Cups, he's still flowing around. Ice queen, like, she's solid. She's solid water. Let's use some examples here. And he's a fat rooster stuck in a cup. Like, also, I feel like this has been serious for some parts of it. You guys, it's really good to have humor. It's okay to laugh at signs you get, at symbolism you get, because laughter and finding things funny is also an emotion. And it's an important one, because you'll remember things that way. You'll know it feels good because you're laughing at it, or you know it's just ridiculous because you're laughing at it. Like, that kind of thing. Like, allow emotions to flow out. Allow yourself to see things, even if someone's like, oh, you shouldn't be living, and that, it's like, if it's silly to you, that's another symbolism. Like, you guys are literally like walking antenna for symbolism over here. But it's not because you're supposed to be like picking it up from other people's resources. You're walking through the world and seeing symbolism, and you're like pulling it down, like you're grounding it. You're planting your feet in the ground. You're grounding it, and you're pulling this information down like constantly. And that's why I'm saying it'd probably be a good idea to have a journal or maybe a notepad on your phone. Take pictures of things, screenshot it, and like write in it like, this makes me feel this way. So like you have like reference material to go back to. It's like, wait, I think I've seen something like this before and I'm having trouble deciphering it. Have a reference for yourself to go back to, because sometimes things get so freaking confusing and you can't remember everything. So it's always good to have a reference for yourself, but don't limit yourself either. Four of Swords. You guys, this is really making me think of getting tons of symbolism while you're dreaming. For some reason, this is also making me think of telepathy. I don't know why. It could be why you have a lot of shielding around you and you're being told to learn boundaries, is because you can easily pick up on other people's thoughts. Like, because this is like sleep, subconscious kind of energy when I think about this. Doesn't mean you need to take it as your symbolism. But there is a bee and there is a moth going on in these. But this is like, for me, it's like the subconscious energy, and a free-flowing one at that, because if you're going to sleep, it's like free-flow subconscious. Now, you having this grounded energy going into it, it's almost like I said, you're like an antenna, so you can pull things into you, which is why it's also really important to have like the shielding, the defense, the fortitude, the boundaries, like how all these cards were saying. Having all of these things, what it does is it makes it to where you know the information, like what information is yours. Because it would not surprise me if you guys were like very empathic or telepathic or whatever it is, to where you guys literally just pick up things. And that's also why it's hard to discern what is yours and trusting what is yours and all of that stuff as well. So it'd be really good to ground that energy so you know what is your truth. But also, rest is really important for you guys, because, dude, if you're getting bombarded like this and you're tired, be kind to yourself. Allow yourself to nap. You're not lazy. You are just bombarded. And not a lot of people understand what it's like to be spiritually bombarded with things. Especially if you're learning grounding and you're learning how to work with your energy. If you're new to this, it's like, it's very draining, and you need to have a way of being kind to yourself. Also, what you're putting into your body is really important. Pay attention to how foods make you feel. You guys are highly sensitive to pretty much anything. It's not a bad thing at all. It just means that the more in tune you are, if you listen to it, the easier it is for you to flow through and navigate everything as it comes to you. And then we have this is very interesting. So we have the Six of Wands over here being reversed, another little bee. But with the Embrace Your Light, this right here usually, like, you know, upright is that parading horse, everybody can see, like this right here is making me think, you know, sometimes it's good to keep some stuff to yourself. And that's how I feel a lot of this is, because I mean, you never know, you guys could easily be getting like all this stuff because you're meant to keep it to yourself in order. I mean, you guys had the manifestation guy going like freaking gold happy over here. But it's like you're meant to keep it to yourself because it's how you manifest. And then it could be further down the line, maybe you guys create something. Maybe you guys write a book. Maybe you guys start your own thing on what these things mean to you. And then that brings in a community of, wait, that's what always happened to me, because you're unique. So you would have a unique niche kind of thing. But you need to form that yourself. And don't just go trumpet blasting to everybody prematurely, because then people can take your crap, because there are people like that. I feel like you guys might have some of that energy around you where people could get jealous of how naturally some things come to you. See, Queen of Cups. You guys don't need this crappy energy competing with you just because things come naturally to you. And that's why there's all this trusting yourself. It comes naturally. You're naturally intuitive. You're naturally not a fat rooster sitting in a cup. You're the swan that's like, I'm gonna bust out of here kind of energy and like fly away and like do all this cool stuff. So you guys have this energy naturally, which is why you have to, whether, like I said, if you're brand new to it and you're like, this is a lot, grounding is going to be your best friend. Creating boundaries, learning what to keep to yourself, because there are people that want to compete with your ideas. There might even be people that fight you over how you feel about things, which is freaking lame, and a lot of times it's gatekeeping, and it's like that's what stifles a lot of people's intuition, is like the gatekeeping of there's only this way you can do things. You guys trust your inner compass, build trust with it. If you're not sure, meditate or ground yourself, whatever way is best for you. I don't really have one element for you. Then again, like your whole thing has been like, don't tell them what to do with their thing. Whatever element you guys feel most drawn to, that makes you happiest and most comfortable and makes you feel like you want to be in your body, that's the element you want to work with the most. If that is burning candles and herbs and flamey stuff, then flames. If it's taking baths and being in the ocean, it's water. If it's laying in the grass and gardening, it's earth. If it's just literally being out there in the breeze and feeling all that, and then communication. And a lot of times I'll also think of air as writing also, because it's very like mercurial energy to do like stuff with the hands, so like the writing could be like air type energy too. But like I said, just go with what makes you comfortable and makes you feel like you're at home in your body, and that you're kind of able to kind of cipher through your energy and know what's yours, and then break away what is other people's. So let's see some advices. I do gotta say, they're very proud of you guys, and they have very high hopes for you guys. Very, very high hopes, which is why they really are bombarding you guys right now. Oh my gosh. Oh, love your weird. No one else has it. No one. Nobody else. And there's some more green. Like I was saying, what did this make you feel? This is what I mean. When you guys get confirmations and things repeat, what did the thing that initially you saw make you feel? And then when you get the repeating thing, how are you feeling? Are you feeling the same way? Like, is it really helping you go, okay, yeah, like that made me feel better because I wasn't sure, like, you know, that kind of thing. I don't know why. Okay, look, I'm going to show you guys this. I didn't do this for other groups, but these right here, these hearts, this one right here is a moss agate. Don't know why I'm showing you guys, but this is moss agate. It's a very pretty stone. They all look so unique. Very grounding, very earthy. This is also ocean jasper. Like, pile 2, but I am not saying go to pile 2. This is, I just wanted to show you guys because of the coloring. It is extremely sparkly. And if you notice, it has caves in it and all these divots and everything. It has drusies. There's so many things. And your little Kambaba thing. Every Kambaba is different with its different swirly little universes, as I call them. Like, there are gonna be, like, even though every crystal is unique, there are gonna be some that look very similar to other ones. Like, very similar. Like, let me give you guys an example. Like, if you were to see a selenite sphere, right? A lot of them are going to be shiny, have the same kind of selenite thing going. You can get a bunch of carved selenites that have the same pattern on them. You can get selenite towers that kind of have the same thing going with it. But it's like certain things are gonna look the same, right? Even though we know they're different. Now, it's very apparent, and I feel like that's the reason I'm saying this to you guys. It is very, very apparent that you guys are different. And it's not something you have to look closely to see. It's almost like if, like, I hold it up and I compare it, like an ocean jasper to an ocean jasper. Damn, that's different, right? Not just talking about the shape, like talking about the colors too, even though it's the same thing. That is what's happening with you guys. There are some people that literally automatically know you're different. Like, automatically they know you're different. What are you doing up here? Who are you? Why are you on my stuff? No, go away. Go away. I don't want to hurt you. Go away, please. Go away. You guys are also very sensitive to animals, probably helping animals. But, them little buggies and stuff. But, like I was saying, people literally can feel your energy. Some people don't like your energy immediately, which is why you need the strong shielding fortification. Just because you think there's nothing special, and I think this is for some of you think there is nothing special about you. You don't get the signs like other people do. You don't hear stuff like other people do. You sit there and you try to do what others do with, like, you know, sit and do this, and you're like, I don't get any of it. And it's like, you just feel like, what's wrong with me? There is nothing wrong with you. If anything, you guys have your own little world, and that's what you're supposed to be focusing on, because you guys are so tuned into something that if you try to follow something else, it's not going to make sense to you, and it's going to feel like there's something wrong with you. And there are some people that will just push you down and try to make you stay there so you don't shine. Create without judgment. Big thing for you guys, because you're going to be loving your weird when you create and you do stuff, because you're creating your own path. Don't judge yourself. It's okay to sit with ideas, you know, and like change things around however you want them, but don't be judgmental of your uniqueness. It's kind of a straight. Also, you guys have very unique stories, because this, only you know your full story. You might share some of it, but there isn't probably anyone in your life that knows the full, all aspects of you, which is why you see things so differently, which is why you get all this entrusted to you to figure out on your own, because you have such a wide world view. And you are worthy. Sometimes it might not feel like it. Repeating fours over here, however that makes you feel, however that resonates for you. But it's really hard a lot of times when things are so isolating to feel like, even like you're worthy of receiving messages from spirit, because you're thinking you're never getting them. When in reality, you guys are getting them constantly. It just does not show up like other people. And it doesn't mean the same thing as other people. Like, there is so much magic everywhere. Everything is magic. Literally everything. That's how I feel. Everything is magic. So, you finding you. And once again, you guys have the you thing happening over here. There's a lot of you energy, like really trusting you. Yeah, and then we have, you can love all of you while releasing your pain. Some of you guys' stories are probably most, if not all of you, your stories are painful because this is very isolating. This doesn't mean you can't love yourself. This doesn't mean you're not worthy. You have a lot here about loving and trusting yourself and embracing yourself, like a lot of it. And it's probably because you were made to feel like you're weird, or made to feel like you're the oddball, or just be shunned. Like, why are you even here? Kind of thing. It's very painful to feel like there's no one who understands you, when that's really all you want, is to be understood. So let's get some affirmations to close out your guys' reading. Okay, these wanted to come out together. We have lean. Sometimes a sturdy tree is all you need. And then drowning. When the water seems too deep, lay back and allow yourself to float. I'm keeping these together like this for a reason. This, obviously being alone, a lot of times it can feel like you're just, literally drowning in you, because it's all you got. Having yourself to lean on. But at the same time, I feel like you guys need to know that once you start trusting, and once you start really getting into the love and giving it to yourself, there are going to be people, not this thing that's trying to lead you astray, but there's going to be people that instead of telling you, oh, this is what this means, they're going to come to you, which a lot of times this is how teachers are born, that come to you like, what you said resonated with me. And that's always a weird thing to hear when you literally never resonated with people. You're going to become the sturdy tree that people lean on. And I think that's why this drowning is coming out, because sometimes things can get very deep. You guys obviously go very deep. You could actually help people on a very subconscious level if you choose to do that, but that you have to decide what to do with your energy. But you have to allow yourself to float. You have to allow yourself to be embraced by spirit and to let it lift you up out of things when things are too heavy. Because we're human. Even though they have all this faith in you, it doesn't mean that you're supposed to do everything alone. They're saying that the symbolism and the signs they send you are for you. Now, eventually, when you start talking about it and others resonate with you, you'll be a leader and people will lean on you, but that doesn't mean take it all on yourself like it's your responsibility. And it also doesn't mean that you need to share everything, for other people to try to benefit off of you or tell you to be quiet and hush you, which probably has happened to you guys a lot. We have grace. Remain humble when everything is going right, or miss the sun when the light is gone. Okay, some of you... Yes, you're awesome. This whole thing has been telling you guys that you're awesome, but that does not mean let this go to your head and get very full of yourself. When things start when you've had nothing but pushback your whole life and things start going right and things are just like, holy crap, like this is amazing, do not forget gratitude. Do not forget to remain humble, because there are still going to be times where things go up and down. There's going to be times when things change. So always remain humble, always have grace, and always have gratitude in everything that you're doing. That's just kind of an interjection they wanted to throw in there. Then we have hope. Even in the dark, there is still light to be found. So this is making me think of the drowning thing again in your story. There is a lot of information for you guys to be found in yourself. Like, you guys had introspection and self-analysis. You guys are a well of information. You're a well of wisdom, and you're also a well of hope. And it might not feel that way because it's like, what the, but you guys, even in your darkest places, you can find things that heal you and also heal other people. Now, I'm not saying run out and try to heal other people unless, you're further into this. Like I said, I feel like there's two distinct splits here where you're either brand new and you're learning this, or you've been doing this a while, but there's a new venture you're going into that's different. This is pretty much the same for both of you together, that, obviously your stories hold a lot of light as well as pain. But that doesn't mean you have to share everything in order to gain acceptance, in order to gain credibility. You're credible and incredible just by being yourselves. You don't need to have any kind of defense or compete with anybody for what you have. You just have gratitude. That's it with you guys, because you're just very tuned in, and it's just the reminder to have gratitude. And then we have child, laugh and create with endless possibility and imagination. This goes back to creating without judgment. You guys have a very beautiful inner child. Like I said, there's still light to be found in the darkness. Some of you have some inner child work. But very beautiful energy here. And coming into your own. So that's what I have for you guys. Let me know if it resonates. And I might see you guys soon. Bye. Hello, my garden pair group. The rutile, however you want to say it, garden, and the pyrite garden group in their little clamshells. So let's see why Spirit is all proud of you guys. Oh. I'm just gonna jump out with fire hazard as your starting energy here. Trailblazers maybe, or it could be your temper. Be courageous. Okay, this is leaning more towards trailblazer. Doesn't necessarily mean that your guys' tempers don't flare every once in a while, or maybe you guys have been working on your anger, which is something to be proud of. There's a lot here where they are proud of the fact that you guys have been moving forward and learning what you truly desire and having faith in that and following that. Maybe some of you had to get angry in order to get your point across. It seems like the way you guys calm down is talking to spirit. Otherwise, you guys are like this of like, not gonna. Oh, that's sweet. Your shadow is beautiful. So, yeah, this definitely could be like you guys coming up and showing your fiery energy, because there might be some things you're defensive over and some things you might feel kind of ashamed of, and Spirit is really saying that they're proud of you for what you've overcome. Whether that is learning to embrace your anger, because maybe you stifled it and then you finally allowed yourself to learn to work with it and put your foot down and say things, or it could be literally the polar opposite, where you've had anger issues since forever and you finally took that leap of faith to get help for it, so that way you could be true to who you are, as opposed to being a prisoner of that kind of energy. Because that, if that's the case with the anger, I feel like that was something passed to you as a wound, whether it was from parents or generational kind of passing to you, and you're breaking the chain, which is a courageous thing to do. Or it could be, like I said, I feel like there's, maybe that's why there's two of you guys here, but it's like, or it can be literally the opposite, where it was always stifled, very stifled, quiet energy, and you had to learn to literally burn through that. Maybe some of you guys work with fire, but you had to like burn through a lot in order to get to this place where you can be bold. Maybe some of you really stepped out of the box and had a different faith from your family, even for generations, and you're practicing something that is very taboo, and you're doing something that your faith puts, you know, your relationships with others at risk, which in a way is like being true to yourself is going to have a lot, which, you know, obviously Spirit's going to be very proud of you. It's going to have way more value to you than the people that are going to keep tearing you down. Whichever one you are out of these two, Spirit is very proud of you for having the courage to push through this, because I feel like either way it's something with generational curses, whether you're burning away and having a voice, or you're burning away hatred and anger from the bloodline, whichever it is, or it could be both. Like, I would not surprise me with how messed up everything is, but you guys are learning to have faith in what you understand and following what your heart says, instead of all of this pent up from the past trying to pull you back into it. So let's see what else they're proud of here. Dang, you guys, in your red, we have root portal, like the root chakra, vitality, stability, survival, and fearful. Now, this has the number 33. Have faith has the number 22. I really do have a very strong feeling from how this card is. It even has like that flaming energy flying off of it, like these cards, that this portal coming from this fearful energy, you know, either anger or being quiet, there was a lot of survival, like years upon years of survival mentality and survival state that had this build up, and you're having the courage to break it and realize that you'd rather live life than live in fear, and you want to create stability in what is true to you as opposed to what is this fear energy over here. You're sick and tired of the fear energy. Empowerment. You're sick and tired of the fear energy, so we get empowerment. And like, she ain't kidding with her empowerment. She got the blade, she got the unicorn, like she's going like full out over here. And we got grounded, strength, and stamina. It's like you're gonna keep going. It's just gonna keep going. It's not stopping. You're gonna cut, like that sword's making me think of cutting all the cords. Like whatever this is, like Spirit is so freaking proud of you guys because you're standing up and you're like, enough is enough, and it's stopping. It stops here. And I'm gonna have my life. It's not like it stops with you and then that's it. It's like, it's stopping here and I'm having my life. It's like, I'm not just here to be the stop. It's like, I'm here to stop it and have an awesome life afterwards. And you also have transformation. We got metamorphosis, synchronicity, and the unexpected. So yeah, it's like I said, you guys are coming in. You're seeing all this crap. You're like, screw it. I'm empowering myself. I'm cutting it out. And I'm transforming into something completely, like, nothing like this energy over here. She is completely off in her own dimension, literally. So, and you guys are seeing, like, synchronicity. Like, and look, be courageous is the number 41. And then transformation is the number 41. Synchronicity right there. You have a lot of unexpected energy coming toward, and it's going to be very unexpected how this comes back to bless you. Just being true to who you are and how you feel, how it comes back to bless you. And at the bottom we have awakening, ancient knowledge, memories, and connection. For one, that connection at the end is making me think soul family, something fierce. Ancient knowledge, all that stuff. I feel like some of you have heavy ancestral ties, but you're breaking the negative stuff on it and creating a new portal that has beautiful empowerment energy as opposed to this angry, fearful energy, the fight or flight energy. And you guys, the memories you have, you're transforming them. You're using transformation. You're using them to transmute. Like if temperance shows up, you guys are literally using this and transmuting it into creating your dream life. But yeah, you guys are awakening. Like you got another 3 here and a 33. Like a lot of synchronicity showing up for you guys. And I'm not gonna lie, your guys' messages are flying out a lot faster. I was thinking it'd be a lot slower having 2 over here, but your guys' messages are just flying out like crazy. Your guides have been wanting to talk to you about everything you've been doing. Then we have 5 of Swords. I literally heard burying the hatchet with this. And it coming out over here, like you guys are not, like, this is a no-win situation. You're like, this ain't doing jack diddly for me over here, and there's moths in this picture, more transformation energy. You guys are like, I'm done. I'm so done with it. Like, it's almost like boring at this time. Even if it's like the pettiness, the quarrels, the tit for tat. You guys are like so far over it. It's ridiculous. Yeah, the full new thing. You're like, I'm this happy little puppy. But yeah, he's dancing off into his like empowerment with You guys, like, you are not taking no for an answer. Like, you're refusing to bring this with you. Like, it has lived long enough. It is time for something completely different to happen here. You're rewriting. I'm pretty sure if I had the star seed, or what is it, work your light? I think it's the work your light oracle, where it says, like, you know, the breaking chains, rewriting your story, like that whole thing where she's like coming out of the cave and everything. She kind of looks like this chick, but it's like that's what's coming through here. Is like you guys are completely rewriting everything. Like you're tired of this being the story. Like you're making a new one. Nine of Cups reverse. This like this right here is I heard it's not all it's cracked up to be. Like another thing, I keep seeing the unexpected over here. It's weird. It's almost like this is not going, you have a vision in your mind about what's going to happen when you do this. That's not what's going to happen. That's what this is saying. You need to release the attachment to what this will look like when you do this. Because yes, you're doing some amazing shit here. But doing amazing shit comes with pain. And there's going to be some emotional baggage that comes with this. Even if it's not your emotions, you're going to be feeling things. This is where your faith is going to come in. This is where being grounded and having strength is going to come in. You breaking the cycle at the start is not going to be what you expected. So it's like hunker down and prepare yourself for it kind of thing. Because you guys have been blazing pretty much. And it's going to be very rapid type energy. So when this hits you, it might feel like a truck hit you. And you're having to sit with all the disappointment of what. Don't get stuck there. Because you might get the memories or the ancient knowledge. You might get the dreams of the pain of the would-haves, could-haves, I could have done this from things that aren't even yours. But it's like your bloodline. Even though this isn't your responsibility and you're breaking the chain, you might still feel the emotion. That is something that happens. Just know that none of it is your fault, because sometimes it can feel that way when it's all of a sudden coming through you and flowing through you and all this other stuff, and you had nothing to do with what other people did. Because it's a very heavy emotion and being in a lot of unhappy energy. Like I said, it could even be that angry energy trying to come back, and it's like you just got to be ready, and you got to have your strength and the stamina here to keep pushing through it, because this is going to feel very muddy. It's going to feel like you're pulling yourself through some thick mud in the freaking swamp, and you're just going to have to trek through it for a bit. But that might be something you guys aren't expecting. You're going to be expecting this, like, I burst through it, my life is starting. There's going to be some trekking through the swamp before you, because think of it this way, like the butterflies, they go into the cocoon and they turn into freaking goo. Before you guys can turn into this mystical multi-dimensional butterfly over here, you're gonna have to be in some goo, and it's gonna suck, and it's gonna be unexpected, because you're gonna be like, look at all this crazy stuff I did. I'm so proud of myself. Spirit's proud of me. They're super proud of you, by the way. But and it could be that's where you are right now, and you're like, what the hell? If they're proud of me for doing this, why am I here? Because it's part of the process. It's part of how this goes. just know you haven't done anything wrong. It's just part of the full-on breaking it, so it's a clean slate. See, death. Completely transforming it. Just complete rebirth of the whole thing. This isn't full. Like, yeah, you started a new thing. Like, you became the new hinge point. And you have to sludge through this. But it's gonna be so worth it. Because it's gonna end this pain. Like, it completely end it. Clear it out. Everything. Like, but that snap isn't gonna happen until after you trudge through the swamp. And then we have the Knight of Swords reversed at the bottom. Obviously, there are going to be people that are nasty that you have to deal with while going through this. You also might get a little in your head, especially in this portion, or even in this portion, if you're at the beginning and you're tired of the pettiness. Be careful with your words, because they hold power. Especially the ones you're feeding yourself. Being just mean to be mean is not how to deal with this. Even though it might honestly feel like you want to do that, because it's just completely like, how dare kind of thing. But that is not how to deal with this. It's having grace while doing this, having your faith, having your strength, and knowing that things are working according to what your heart wants. And your heart doesn't want this anger and bitterness and the tit for tat and the ugliness. It wants to have freedom and love. That's how it operates at its highest. So if you feel yourself being pulled into that energy, whether you're at the beginning of breaking this or you're at the process of you're starting a new thing and you're feeling yourself getting stuck and it's making you very agitated because things are slowing down, just know whatever phase you're at, keep your grace. Keep your gratitude for knowing that you can end it and knowing that you're almost there. It's like whatever phase you're at. So let's see. You are worthy. Though I honestly feel, I feel like some of you guys already feel this way, and that's why you're doing it in the first place. But this also has another synchronicity. It has a repeating 4s with the 44 on it. But also, for those of you that might be struggling, because I feel like there might be a few of you that don't know if you're meant to be the one to do this, or if someone else is more deserving of being the one and having the credit for doing it, and you know, all that stuff. No, you're more than worthy. You're the hinge. I don't know why it made me think of Stonehenge, but but let's move on from me thinking of Stonehenge, unless that applies to you in some way. But you're definitely worthy of this, and you're worthy of having a good life, even if you have made mistakes, because this has been passed down to you, and you have done things to other people because you had this passed to you. We are human, we make mistakes. What's important is you learn right now where you are acting from and that you want to change it. That is what's important, because as soon as we are aware and we choose to change it, that is the turning point. If we become aware and we choose to keep doing it, that's when you're building up more of the generational bull crap that has to be worked through. So Just know you are worthy even if you've made past mistakes. Like if you've been petty and been in this energy because it's what you were raised with. If you didn't know better, you didn't know better. So we have show up for yourself like you do for others. This is big time empowerment energy also coming through over here, the being courageous. This is like, also with this, a good way to think of this while you're going like the sledging through the swamp and all this great stuff. Imagine someone you love, a friend, soul family, however you want to put it, a partner. If they were going through the same thing, they were breaking these things and they've made it past the turning point and now they're having to sludge through these emotions. Instead of beating yourself up, show up for yourself the way you would for them. How you would be gentle with them, how you would help them, and how you would try to help them navigate the waters. Though you showing up for yourself is going to be different because, you know, obviously they would have to navigate it themselves. This is you navigating it yourself and being objective and going, hey, look at everything we've done. We're pushing through it. We're going to get through this and it's going to be freaking amazing. So it's like you keep pumping yourself up. Be your cheerleader. Like, light some sparklers if you want to. Like, and let your inner child come out and play some if that'll help. Allow yourself to breathe. Big one here. It's coming in with this color big time right here too, with the faith and the butterfly. And there's butterflies on it with her. Allow yourself to breathe. But I also think this is like a timeline. Also, for some of you, like how this is going to feel, it's going to be like that breath of fresh air. You finally feel relief when this is being lifted. You're going to feel like you can breathe. You're going to feel the actual change. Also, oh, that one flew over there. See, this right here, this one just flew out. And it was what I was saying earlier with the you are worthy. For those of you that are still feeling a little bit guilty, you did not do anything wrong. You, number 22, I'm pretty sure there was another 22. I think it was the have faith is the 22. But synchronicities again. But you didn't do anything wrong. You were born into something. And you're choosing to be aware and you're choosing to change it. And Spirit is proud of you. Because instead of being like, well, it'd be so easy for me just to stay there, you're going, no, I don't want this. I don't want this for myself. If you want to continue, like, and have children, I don't want this for my children. I don't want this for my pets. I don't want this for my friends. I don't want this for my girlfriend or boyfriend or whatever they are to you. It's like, I don't want this for anything that I love around me. And I don't want to carry this into any relationship around me that I have with anything. Coworkers, whatever. It's like you're very conscious of it and they're very proud of you. And you did not create this. It's not like you started the line of this crap. It's like you're looking at it like it's crap and it needs to stop. Okay. Like how I randomly said earlier, like light a sparkler. Do some weird stuff for your inner child. Trust the weird ideas, guys. If you get a random thing and you're in the swamp muck and it's like you need to pick me up and it's a really weird idea and you're just like, you know what, fine, I'll do it. Maybe you get some Play-Doh and you play with Play-Doh. But there's just something. Your inner child's going to help you get through this by giving you random ideas. Don't write it off as being dumb or like you don't have time for it. It's your inner child trying to help you heal and move through this faster, which is really sweet. And you have a funny inner child that knows for a fact that you didn't do anything wrong. You have a smart inner child that just knew you were dealt something. Like you came here as a wise soul knowing I'm gonna break this. So let's get some affirmations to close this out for you guys. we have unique. Be a wildflower among roses. Well, that's pretty much what you're doing over here. You're just busting out and doing your own thing. That's perfect for you guys. Trust the weird ideas. We got child. I was literally talking about your inner child. Laugh and create with endless possibility and imagination. I feel like right now your inner child's just wanting to come out and talk and say like, dude, I'm gonna be coming through and trying to help with this. Let's play. We don't have to be so serious, because they've been serious enough forever, and it's time for us to break it and have fun. And your heart's desire is like love and having fun and like, you know, doing these things. You're gonna be trekking through this emotional wave of sludge swamp thing, trying to get all this kicked off of you. Like, have fun while you're doing it. It's like, it's gonna feel hard, but the more you allow yourself to do it, the more you're gonna be allowing yourself to breathe, and the faster this cocoon goo stage will be over. We have drowning. When the water seems too deep, lay back and allow yourself to float. Pretty much like I did as a kid in the pool when I didn't know how to swim. Actually, I'll tell you guys a story. I did almost drown as a child because I did not know how to swim, and I got stuck in the deep end of the pool. And the way that I didn't die is a voice literally told me, hold your breath and like bounce. So my foot, like I said, weird ideas. You guys gotta trust the weird ideas. Like, let yourself touch the bottom of the pool. I was only like 4 years old. Touch the bottom of the pool and spring up from the bottom. And I kept doing that and getting a breath of air and then sinking and shooting myself further towards the shallow end. Yes, I was having someone watch me. There was a babysitter. She was on the phone and ignoring my screams for help. You know, stuff happens. But the thing is, at the end, I started allowing myself to float because I was so tired. And then finally I was able to get out of the pool, and I was so mad. A little angry 4-year-old. I took my towel and walked home. She still wasn't paying attention because she was on the phone. So the thing is, I feel like your inner child is also pretty stubborn, and it's going to be throwing a bunch of weird ideas at you. So if you get a weird idea, it's probably your inner child saying, hey, let's do this. It'll help. So, and then we have blind. You are not supposed to stare at the sun forever. Take a break in the shade. I mean, with all this stuff, you don't keep staring at it, guys. I really think your inner child's going to come through once you get this, so that way you don't get stuck there. So start trusting the things that are coming up, and so that way you don't drown and go blind with... It's like going backwards. You'll be drowning and be blinded by rage at the fact that you keep learning more and more and more stuff as you're trying to break it. Whereas your inner child's going to be like, hey, let's go do something silly instead. Because, yeah, this is BS, but you didn't do it. So you shouldn't have to carry it. It's like, you can see it, you can have dreams, visions about it, whatever it is. You can confront people about it, but at the same time, it's still not yours. So your inner child's like, hey, you know, we had to live through it. That's enough. Let's go have fun now. It's like, it's going to take a bit to get through this, but, you know, once we do, and once it's completely, like, dead, you're going to have a really good relationship with your inner child. So, that's what I have for you guys for the double, double gardens. But, yeah, I mean, maybe go play at the beach or something, blow some bubbles. I mean, they kind of look like sparkly bubbles too. See, look, your inner child just wants to have some fun. But yeah. And also know you're worthy of having fun. Like, you can have fun. There's times in the day where you can do silly stuff. It don't matter. You can watch something that makes you laugh. You can watch a cartoon. Do whatever floats your boat. But yeah. Let me know if this resonated, and I'll see you guys soon. Bye. Bye. Weird. Bye. Bye.